to 100% Pure Rock on Bread and Jam, and Romans Road, who is happened to be in the studio with us right now, and made of all the days to come to Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, is the day that we have a snowstorm coming in here, as well as a home game from Penn State. Who we got here on the mic?
Well, this is Jason Simons,
all right,
lead singer of Romans Road.
All right, Jason, and you came up with your partner John, right?
Yeah, my brother John.
Okay.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
And so, what time did you guys head out of Philly today?
Well,
there you go.
We left here about we left Philly. I guess it was about 3:30.
Okay.
And
got into town just about the time the Penn State game got over with, huh?
Yeah, we went into overtime as soon as we got into town.
Is that right? So, well, we really appreciate you guys coming all the way up here to Happy Valley from the big city of Philly to kind of hang out with us for a little bit, and you have a brand new album that is going to be coming out here real soon, which we just heard kind of the unofficial raw version a little bit, So, and this was recorded how long ago?
Well, it's been a year and a half process.
Okay.
We worked out at TTR Studios over in Germantown.
Okay.
Nice area of the city.
Right. Yeah.
A friend of mine, old friend of mine, I've known for 20 years. I've done other work there, and the process was interesting how we took it. We performed most of the stuff live.
Is that right?
And he encouraged that because he could capture the edge of the band.
Right.
As we performed.
Well, I mean, I was talking while the song was playing. It just has a kind of a raw sound, which is really cool. I mean, tell us, for folks, I mean, you guys obviously are well known in the Philadelphia area. You play a lot around, but, you really have not gotten very far out west here in central Pennsylvania. So kind of get us familiar with Roman Road. I mean, how did this whole band get together?
Well, Romans Road, we started back in 2008, and it was something where my brother John and I just decided, let's start doing a project together. And we really had a passion for just using the instrument that God gave us to give back and to be able to minister out there into the world. And
were you both musicians? You both, played all the time? Are you a musician family?
Good question.
Well, that's a good question because my brother and I actually had a Christian band called Sanctification.
Really?
Yeah, back in, let's see.
1994?
Something
Yeah.
like
Sanctification.
that. And
did you put anything out?
No, we were kind of a church band. We did a couple shows here and there at colleges.
I'm old school. Sanctification sounds like it's going to be a...
It sure was.
Come on, it really does.
I mean, I grew up listening to Metallica, Megadeth, Iron Maiden, Slayer, Mortification, Tourniquet. I can name them all.
Oh, yeah.
My brother was into the same
So
genre.
you grew up in the era of Christian heavy metal.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
A lot of folks, I'll mention that, and they'd never heard of Christian heavy metal.
White Cross was a band
gosh, yeah.
that I fell in love with. That's kind of what started this
Is
whole
that
thing
right?
for me,
White
man.
Cross, that's cool.
I
That's
actually
cool.
had a personal experience with Scott Wenzel and Rex
Wow.
Carroll. It was great.
I have some of it. We'll have to throw some White Cross on for tonight.
No second chances, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. And what about you? I mean, did you get into the same tunes as well?
I was into some of the heavier music, but I also listened to a variety of stuff. It could be anything from Nirvana to Pantera, things like that.
Okay.
So
you're the sinful one. He was into the Christian stuff.
No.
You're into
Let me tell you this. We were both perfect children.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. I mean, now did I would listen to the stuff, and I'd get flack from my parents. I'd say, yeah, that stuff ain't religious, and this sort of thing. Did you get a lot of comments?
Yes, we did.
We had a lot of just conversations with our parents in regards to the music choices that we were making. A lot of it really, if they heard it, we had to turn it off.
Is that right?
Told us to turn it off, but we found a way to keep playing it and listening to the stuff.
So
that
now
really drove us.
you grew up listening to all this stuff, and now you want to do a band playing all this stuff. How did that go over with mom and dad? I mean,
we
or did you come to have a little mutual understanding at that point?
We always played music as children. I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up actually playing the trombone, and he played the trumpet throughout school.
My son plays the trumpet. So
13 is when I got my first guitar,
Yeah.
and kind of a self-taught musician.
yeah.
And Jay and I would sit in my bedroom. We'd sit there and just sing and strum away. And my dad would come in and yell, "Let's go to bed. It's too late." Okay, Dad. We continued on doing what we're doing. Then we moved it out to the shed, which we soundproofed.
Yeah. There you go. That's good.
Put the drums out there, and he would sing through a set of headphones like you're wearing. You know,
wow.
as a microphone, and I had it plugged into a custom amp,
Oh my gosh.
solid state amp, which was the worst sounding thing in the world. But we brought friends over. We had little get-togethers in the garage and formed Sanctification.
And by now you do a lot of cover songs from all these bands? Did you write some of your own material?
These are original songs.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it was an original band back then, and the band was together for maybe 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And different genres of music that got splashed into it as band members changed. But as soon as we hit high school, or the end of high school, that was it. We John and I went our both separate ways, and he went and played different music scenes. I actually stopped singing at the time for any bands at all. I had a different thing in my life going on, and we really just took a step away from each other.
Yeah. How does Christian music in general play out in Philadelphia? I mean, you live in the city itself, basically.
That's an interesting question. And it's a long...
Because, I mean, Philly seems to be a very arts-driven, music-driven, and Christian music wouldn't necessarily be the first thing that would come to my mind.
What's funny is, and it's a blessing, really, to be honest with you, we started off playing with motorcycle ministries.
Okay.
Because I actually rode with a motorcycle ministry, Motorcycles for Jesus.
Okay.
And that kind of intertwined us with the group. They put on big festivals. We were there performing. It was kind of one of those things. And... band members changed. Ministry pushed forward, and the album started to get recorded, and we hired some other musicians. And these guys were in the network in the city, but they were both, one was playing in jazz, and the other one was playing fusion.
Wow.
They're black gentlemen, and they live in the North Philly section and the Germantown section. So the crowd and clientele that we were getting into, the community of people that we were getting into, was not what we were used to.
Yeah.
We were actually going into lower income areas.
Okay.
Drug, prostitution, gangs, heavily crime driven areas.
And playing this kind of music.
And playing this kind of music.
Wow.
Now, believe me, for me, that's an odd place to be.
Yeah,
It's
really.
like, oh, God, you sure you want me to
And
go
they're
there?
probably thinking, this is an odd place to hear this kind of music.
Sure. And the response was amazing. We
Wow.
had people coming up to us, and your ministry is awesome. We were so touched. I'm hugging people in the yard after we're done playing, and they accepted Christ, and I'm crying with them.
Wow.
I know what it feels like to be a Christian, man.
Yeah.
I know what God's done for me.
So really, you didn't grow up in this kind of an environment, but here you are playing in this kind of an environment.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think when you have whatever environment you go through or you grow up in life, you still all have the same things that we go through, and that's struggles, storms in life, things that sometimes you just feel like you've gone from a high in your life to a deep low, and that could be based on relationships, job loss, you've gone through a depression, whatever it may be, just struggling with your own personal connection with yourself or with Christ.
Drugs, alcohol, addiction.
You can keep going down the list.
That's where I came from.
All of our music comes from personal testimony in our own lives, though, because we've gone through our own trials in our own lives, our own steps, our own walk that we're going through, which is why we call this the walk.
Yeah.
Because really our music, as God has been encouraging us to use our gifts and talents, and again, getting back together with my brother John in '08, we both had this different walk in our life, but we said, you know what, God has called us to so much of a bigger purpose, and let's talk about things we've been through, that we're going through, and we know we may go through down the line, and let's just write about it and give hope to other people out there.
Yeah. Well, now the song we just played, "Stop the Bleeding." What is the crux behind the song? What is the message in that?
Well, that comes from Psalms 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And it really just talks about people that are going through storms in their life, things that they're going through, not having any hope, and just really getting down on the knees and saying, God, I need you. I can't do this on my own.
Yeah.
Would you help and bind this up for me? Help seal this wound and take away the pain. And that really is just, we're hoping that it offers hope to a lot of people.
That goes for Christians. It goes for
Yeah.
non-Christians.
Christians, non-Christians don't have the handle on hurting.
No, they don't. Christians go through persecutions every day, and it's due to the fact that we have a faith in Christ. The world's moving farther and farther away from God, and we have to stand our grounds in here. God's given us a calling. My brother and I both have we've been called from the depths where we were, the sin we were in, to use this talent for Christ and to spread His word. It's funny, the two other members in this band, Kim, God bless him, and Lonnie, who can't be here tonight, they're actually at church functions. They wanted to come, and they send their love, guys. Both of them, like I said, come from a different walk than me and my brother.
Yeah.
You know? So if you look at the front cover of our album, and you can go to our website, www.romansroadministry.com, and see the picture. It's 4 sets of feet walking on different roads with a cross in the center. And that describes this whole walk for us. It's been 4 different areas of life, 4 different people from different genres, different styles, have one focus, and that's Jesus Christ, and telling the world about Him.
The other guys that are in the band, how did you come upon them? Are they friends that you've known? Did you meet them at somewhere? I mean, I'm sure you don't have any shortage of meeting musicians in Philadelphia.
No, you don't. And God always provides, man. I mean, I look at it like this. God's playing chess up there. He puts the right people in place all the time.
Yeah.
He knows exactly when you need them.
Yeah.
He knows exactly how He wants the ministry to work. And that's really honestly been our thing. We've been stepping in faith every set of the way, on this path. And these guys came along when the other members were leaving.
I see.
The synthesizer player.
Did you know them?
No. We were looking for drummers, and the keyboard player said, "Hey, I got a drummer." So
so it's word of mouth. You just found it by word of mouth.
From our own musicians that were in the band leading. So he came aboard, and then he knew a bass player who happened, I guess their walk was different because they were both playing in different worlds. And hadn't seen each other for 10 years. Okay.
Wow.
He meets up with him and finds out that the bass player just wants to do ministry and not do the world thing anymore.
Oh, wow.
He's like, well, I got the perfect ministry for you.
Wow.
So it was a trial and error thing. We had to get to know the guys and work them in, but man, it's been a blessing. It's been a true blessing.
And that happened when? I mean, you guys got together in 2008. When did these guys kind of come in?
They joined about February, March.
Okay, so they're newbies.
They're new guys, yep.
Oh, wow. And so so they're all on the new album.
The new album has most of our old members on it because they were in the process of recording it with us.
I see. Okay.
Kim Pedro played drums on 3 tracks.
Okay.
Because our drummer at that point had left, and he left us in the middle of the album.
Yeah.
That's
always it always is fun when that happens.
And God bless him. I mean, he had things going on in his life that he had to take care of, and we understand that. We have a motto: God first, family second, ministry third. And when your family they need you, you can't always put your time and efforts into ministry. Ministry is a tough road for anyone because we don't get paid for this.
Sure,
we get paid with blessings.
Yeah, we know all about that.
Yeah, we don't get paid the financial aspect. Yeah. So when we do this stuff, we see the blessings that occur through people coming to Christ, touching lives, and the own maturity in our walk because we've matured since 2008. Man, our walk has been strengthened. I mean, the faith that you gain from this kind of stuff, the trials and persecutions you go through as you walk it.
Yeah.
You always fall back on Christ, and He's got your back on it.
That's right.
And the thing is, you know that through anything you're going through, it's not that people always wish that God would be like a genie and just take everything away.
Short order cook.
Exactly. But it's not that God says, I'm going to take you out of your storm. It says, I'll walk through you, or walk with you through
the storm.
And, so we count that as a blessing like anything.
Well, I heard a really good phrase. I don't know if you follow a lot of the TV preachers or whatever. There's a guy that I really like, Dr. Adrian Rogers, who passed away years ago. Yeah. But he had a great saying that God will go with you through that storm, but he can't. He's not going to guarantee you won't have any storms, but he will guarantee to get you to the shore.
Yes, he will.
Amen.
Yes, he will.
That's for sure.
And there's a testimony or a story that we've all heard of the footprints in the sand.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I love that story because as they're walking on the shore and the beach, and he looks and he sees one set of footprints there. He goes, God, when things got hard, where'd you go? You left me all. My son, I didn't let you go. I'm carrying you through it. And that's so real because we know He's got our back. That's the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. It's an amazing thing. And you only learn that through the experiences of trusting Him.
Absolutely. We're going to check out the new single from the Romans Road coming up here a little later on, and we're going to rip a couple of tracks off the soon-to-be available CD that's going to be coming out here. We're with Romans Road here on Bread and Jam. Come on back.
I think I'm at that in-between age. Old enough to know that there's more to life than climbing a corporate ladder. but too young to think about spending the rest of my life on a golf course with the guys. I may retire soon, but I want to do something with my life, something that makes a difference.
Discover your options with the Finishers Project. Find out how you can use your gifts, skills, and experience to share God's Word with the world. For more information, call 203-740-7278. That's 203-740-7278. Or check out the website at finishers.org.
Every month, we receive comments, phone calls, and emails from our listeners. A song helps a single parent face the stress of life. A message from one of our short features or announcers hits home with someone who feels like giving up. A couple on the brink of divorce realizes it's still not too late. A businesswoman realizes her successes have left her very empty, so she reaches out to God. You made all this possible with your financial gift to our station. So for all those lives that will be touched this next month, we say thank you. Listener supported RevFM.
It's pretty inspiring. And, it kind of lifts up your heart.
It's got songs I don't hear on other stations.
You found Central PA's home for positive hits, RevFM.
You're gonna change the things I do, you're gonna change my way of living. Cause I have touched the hands of love and they're offering me healing. You gave me love, you gave me life, you gave me something to believe in. I have found the answer and I have found the reason and I have found the one and I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on to you. I've seen 1,000 sunsets. Been looking a while down here trying to find something that pleases. Till I met a broken man whose hands and feet were bleeding. He said, these things I do for you so you can take my freedom. I have found the answer and I have found the reason and I have found the one and I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on to you. I'm hanging on to you, yeah. I'm hanging on to you. I'm hanging on to you. I'm hanging on, I'm hanging on, I'm hanging on. I don't care anymore. I want the whole world to know that I have touched the cross of love, and this is what I'm living for. I don't care anymore. I want the whole world to know that I have touched the cross of love, and this is what I'm living for. It's what I'm living for, yeah. It's what
roll to feed your soul. Bread and Jam.
Lost in time, thinking what could have been. Lost in time, forgetting what I have seen. Get away from the hunger that never sleeps. In the dirt, do I get the second chance? In the dirt, find a place where I can dance. Get away from the hunger that never sleeps. I get dizzy, the illusion of constant need. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Lack of words, I got no excuses left. Lack of words, guilty of abuse and theft. Get away from the hunger that never sleeps. I regret leaving you with such a crime. I regret giving you a painful time. Get away from the hunger that never sleeps. I get dizzy, the illusion of constant need. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Begging you to call me, telling me you love me. Begging you to call me, telling me you love me. Give me signs, tell me where to go. Give me signs, get me out of status quo. Get away from the hunger that never sleeps. Coming home, want to make
Amen. Let's go.
100% pure rock. It's Bread and Jam, and this is our guest in the studio this week with Romans Road and Radio.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started on the road. Put the key in the ignition. I'll turn the car on. Let's go, go, go. Set the destination. The destination on the GPS. Put the top down and my shades on. Let the sun beat down on me. Oh yeah. I put the car in drive as I'm heading west. So turn up that radio, radio, and turn it up louder now, louder now. And turn up that radio, radio. Let me hear it louder as I go. And turn up that radio, radio. Let me hear some good old rock and roll. And maybe something harder now, harder now. Some pillars, some colors, and Romans Road. West Coast bound, Highway 51 is where I can be found. I left my prints in the sand. I turned my back as I made my tracks. My heart is feeling alive. My pulse is beating in time. I got my car in drive. I think I'm gonna play my favorite song. I think I'm gonna play it all day long. So turn up that radio, radio, and turn it up louder now, louder now. And turn up that radio, radio. Let me hear it louder as I go. And turn up that radio, radio. Let me hear some good old rock and roll. And maybe something harder now, harder now. Some pillars, some colors, and Romans Road. Some pillars, some colors, and Romans Road. Sirens ringing, officers singing. But where you going so fast? I got you clocked at 90 at best. West Coast bound, officer, that's where I can be found. With the freedom in the air, the sandy beach is not a worry or a care. So step aside, I gotta make up my time. So turn up that radio, radio, and turn it up louder now, louder now. And turn up that radio, radio. Let me hear it louder as I go. And turn up that radio, radio. Let me hear some good old rock and roll. And maybe something harder now, harder now. Some pillars, some colors, and Romans Road. Some pillars, some colors, and Romans Road. Yeah, yeah.
Bread and Jam, it's rock and roll to feed your soul. And Romans Road on the radio, which they're on the radio right here with us in the studio. Now that's from the new album, right? That is out now, and the name of the album is called what?
The Walk.
The Walk, and it'll be available, I'm sure, on your website.
Right now, November 27th is the release date.
Okay.
iTunes is going to have it available. Amazon, iHeartRadio,
cool.
Spotify, Rhapsody.
Spotify. I'm on Spotify.
There's many of them that are out there.
Yeah.
That are doing
how do you go about getting that distribution? I mean, that's always the $64 question. How do we get this?
You know what? That number.
That's right.
You have to pay. You have to become a member of a certain distributor.
Okay.
Company.
Okay.
And they basically are the ones to distribute it to everybody else.
I see. Okay. So, but you have to first know who to call.
Sure.
I mean,
sure.
so, but now, how much of an effort did it take to get all this, put together? You got to get the marketing. You got to get all that. This is after you get your album and stuff.
It was many a sleepless nights. and God's help. I mean, it generally meant coming up with cover art, putting the booklets together, getting it into a format that the distributors could use.
Yeah.
iTunes is very meticulous about what they want.
Yeah.
And they'll shoot you right back without explanation, and you'll have to wait another 3 weeks to put it back in.
Oh, wow.
So it's one of those deals, and if you don't make it by the holidays, you got to wait till after the holidays. So you have to know your release date, but you also got to know it's available.
Yeah.
So you do that. You put it all in format, then you have to send it to the manufacturer. We use disc makers out of Pennsauken, which phenomenal company.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about them. And they had this thing back to us, this actual physical disc.
So you depend on a lot of other people that know more than you do.
Yes.
That's really what it is.
As a musician, you're not supposed to know this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Absolutely. Well, they're going to be doing some in-studio stuff for us coming up next hour, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And we're going to give you some more cuts off of this new CD called The Walk that is not even available yet, but I'm sure you're going to want to check it out whenever you hear more cuts off of it. And that is on the way coming up next hour on Bread and Jam.
Serving portions of 19 Central PA counties, this is RevFM. WRQV 88.1 Ridgeway, St. Mary's, Du Bois, Brookville. WRYV 88.7 Milroy, State College, Lewistown, Mount Union. WRXV 89.1 State College, Huntington. WRPV 90.5 Allport, Phillipsburg. 99.9 Clearfield, and 102.7 Altoona. A service of Invisible Allies Ministries.
This is Bread and Jam, rock and roll to feed your soul. Since 1990, Bread and Jam has existed strictly for the sole purpose of being able to display and promote the creative side of pure rock. We'd like to hear from you. If you got comments or questions about the show, or if you got requests, you can always email us at breadandjam@breadandjam.net. That's BREADNJAM.net. Visit us online and find out more details and reviews online from the artists that you hear on Bread and Jam. Of course, our passion at Bread and Jam is to tell you about the authentic, life-changing experience that comes from a life controlled by Jesus Christ. Bread and Jam could not exist without the financial support of our fans and our supporters. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation for Bread and Jam or for RevFM, visit our website at www.revfm.net or send your tax-deductible donations to WRXV Invisible Allies Ministries, 925 Howsville Road, State College. www.breadandjam.net. I can't stand the sight of your face or the sound of your name anymore. I can't stand the sight of your face or the sound of your name anymore.
with me.
near. Oh God, make it clear I'm lost in here. So let your mercy fall, invade my soul. Kill the emptiness that won't let go. Let your love fall, flood in my soul. Don't let go until my final breath is yours. I've let your whispers under my skin. Why do you care when I'm ashamed of who I am? So many answers missing in my head, but I run from you to bury my sin. Why can't you be something I can see? Why can't you tell me what I need to hear? Why can't I breathe when you're not near? Oh God, make it clear I'm lost in here. So let your mercy fall, invade my soul. Kill the emptiness that won't let go. Let your love fall, flood in my soul. Don't let go until my final breath is. Let your mercy fall, invade my soul. Kill the emptiness that won't let go. Let your love fall, flood in my soul. Don't let go until my final breath is yours. Kill the emptiness. Oh God, please kill the emptiness. Let your mercy fall, invade my soul. Kill the emptiness that won't let go. Let your love fall, flood in my soul. Don't let go until my final breath is. Let your mercy fall, invade my soul. Kill the emptiness that won't let go. Let your love fall, flood in my soul. Don't let go until my final breath is yours. Invade my soul. Let your mercy fall. Invade my soul.
Rock and roll to feed your soul on Bread and Jam. Get Erik Lane, and we've got Romans Road in our studio. And here's a cut off their brand new album that's going to be coming out called The Walk. It is Romans Road and No One Like You on Bread and Jam. 100% pure rock.
Malicious witnesses rise up. They accuse me of things I haven't done. They repay me evil for good. My soul depressed as it takes a toll.
shall not be cast down. Lifted up from his dismay. Lifted me up from the pit of destruction. All my bones say there is no one like you. As I sing your deliverance, he redeems the life of his servants. You said to my soul, I am your salvation, and I know this much is true. I sing 'cause there is no one like Many are the afflictions of the righteous man, but the Lord delivers from them. He is near the crushed in spirit, bringing my spirit life and salvation. He has given me a new song inside my heart. Blessed is he who trusts in the Lord. The eyes of the Lord are towards the righteous.
Rock and roll to feed your soul on Bread and Jam. That is Romans Road and No One Like You, indeed. And that's from their brand new album that's going to be out here called The Walk. And John is with us here in the studio. And this entire recording process of this album, break it down in how many weeks did it take you? Days, hours?
Recording process, a year and a half.
Is that right?
Yeah. What happened was we went in with the idea of recording.
Yeah.
And at the process, we had gone through some transitions already, with some members. And when Jay and I and Chris, the bass player at the time, went in, we had hired a drummer and a keyboardist and went in and we recorded the stuff. And it was all the click track, which if you guys know what recording's about, you play to a click track,
and that's a pet peeve of Kerry Livgren. You know who that is, don't you?
Yeah,
he wrote Dust on the Wind. He just thinks that's just cheating.
It is cheating, and you know what? It takes away something. And this is what I didn't know when we were in the studio.
Yeah,
Art Noel, who is the engineer for us, he has an ear. He's been doing engineering for years.
Mm-hmm.
He encouraged us to do this without the click track.
Ah, okay.
He said, I got a studio. The building was built in the 1800s.
Wow.
Okay, it's an old factory, fabric store.
Okay.
Okay, skylights. That's how they use wooden floors.
Oh, yes.
It's 100 square foot room with a balcony. And this guy has the setup. And when I say B. Hammond, he has it with the Leslie, 1933 B. Hammond Leslie.
Oh, wow.
He has all the Wurlitzers. He's got the electric organs. I mean,
Amazing.
He's got everything that you can use at your whim.
Yeah.
Instead of coming in with a synthesizer, he's like, use the real thing, man.
Oh, wow.
So we go in there, and he's like, set up, perform it.
Yeah.
Our question was, well, is it going to be as good as we want it to be? We want the best, the best, the best.
Right.
We went in, we did the click track for a few months. We didn't like what we heard.
Okay.
So we threw it out.
All right.
Art goes, you know what? I don't charge you by the hour. I charge you by the song. So you guys have, if you take a year and a half, you take a year and a half.
Is that right?
Best thing to come out of here, you know?
Wow.
Went back and performed it. the quality was amazing, as you can hear.
Yeah.
We did some overdubs with vocals and solos and things, but most of that's all captured in a room with mics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't lose the quality. It gave the essence of a live performance.
It would. And all that warmth in the wood.
All the warmth of the wood, the tone of the amps, everything.
All that.
The drum ringing, the bleed over on mics.
Yep.
So a year and a half hard work. I was in the studio many nights till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get up at 5 and 6 and go to work the next day. It's just, you don't even sleep, you just go to work. Many nights Jay was in there.
Yeah.
But we also lost some band members at that point through the process, and we had to reestablish this band. And it became a struggle, like, hey, God, what you doing? We're in here trying to do the best we can do for you.
Yeah.
And we think things are going well, and then this happens. The floor drops out.
Yeah.
So that puts a man in a place of doubt. And then Peter walked on water until he doubted.
You said water, too. That's very Philadelphia.
Water, yeah. You're right about that, man. That is. It's not Walter. It's water. But,
I was waiting for that all night. I just want you to know that.
So it put you in a place of doubt. And we really had to stop, stand still, pray, and trust God to make this thing happen.
Yeah.
And when we did that, it worked. He provided the right people at the right time.
Yeah.
Everything came together, and we have this
the
final product.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. And the funding for it came about. The funny thing is, we finished the product. We spent all our money. We're like, oh, we're broke. What are we going to do? We have to release this album. We don't have an album to release because we can't get it on the disc.
Something that many musicians have said themselves.
Get a call from a brother.
Yeah.
I posted a video about this, the album coming out. And
Right.
And he calls me and he goes, what's your address?
Huh.
And I said, oh, my mailing address or my email address.
Right.
So he goes, no, your mailing address. He sent us a $700 check.
Is that right?
Because he believes in this ministry, and he said, God's called me to stand with you guys.
There you go.
That album was paid for by that.
Wow.
And that was what we were praying for. Now, we weren't advertising we were looking for money.
Right.
We were just praying for it.
Just
and that's an answer.
That tells
prayer,
you God's
man.
working
God's
right there.
Working right there. So,
well, that's cool. Now, you guys are going to do a live cut off the album. Before we hear that, we got another cut here from the walk. It's the song is "Surrender." Now, what is this song talk? I mean, aside from the obvious that after you. No, I insist.
Come on,
after
Jay,
you.
take the mic, man. Okay. Talk to her.
Well, "Surrender." It was actually a song that was written from our sister-in-law.
Okay.
She had written the lyrics, and it was a beautiful poem that she had constructed just about her life and really trusting in God, and trying to do things on her own and always stumbling or always getting off the beaten path, and really just until she was able to put her hands in the air and say, God, not without you can I live life, and live it in this the way you want me to live it. I surrender it all. And so that song just really talks about just surrendering your life. You really don't even start living an adventure in life until you say, God, I've tried doing this on my own. I tried doing it the way the world would want me to do it, but it just seems so unfulfilling. It doesn't feel like I'm living something with meaning behind it. And until you give everything that you are to Him and say, God, just take me as I am, and may my life be an offering to you. That's really what it comes back to. So,
that's cool. That is cool.
Our sister-in-law's name is Sherry Simons.
Sherry, okay.
And she is the lyric writer of this song, and we composed the music for it. But it was a true blessing just to read the lyrics and know where it came from.
That's cool. Well, let's check it out. This is Romans Road and "Surrender" on Bread and Jam.
Shame and agony and pain, I'm Holy Redeemer, I worship you. Won't you search my heart deep inside? I surrender my all to you. I am the branch and you are the vine. Oh, Holy Redeemer, won't you search my heart now deep inside? I surrender my all to you. And I am the branch and you are the vine. Oh, Holy Redeemer, let it search my heart now deep inside. I surrender my all to you. Yes, my sin was full of the season, but I was living a lie. And the leaves change and fall for a reason, as the weather open. Yes, my sin was full of the season, but I was living a lie. And the leaves change and fall for a reason, as the weather open. Weather up and die, as it falls to the ground, Lord, as the rain comes falling from the sky. Won't you cleanse all of me, yeah? I give all I am, Lord, I give all my life. I give